events like DAW will affect future of international arbitration?
I think in a big way. I mean, look at it today in our conferences like DAW. We have, I think, almost 50% people that are attending from outside of Delhi. So, I mean, if that is not an indication of what India as a market is going to be for international arbitration, I don't know what is. We have people coming in from London, from UAE, Saudi, Singapore, from everywhere to attend Delhi arbitration. So there's no doubt that we are on the map, and we're going to stay on this map for international arbitration for a very long time now.
Can you tell me any key judicial developments to strengthen the India's goal to become the seat of arbitration now?
I mean, so many. I think the judiciary is doing a great job in terms of bringing out judgments that are making it tougher and tougher to challenge in
There are
awards.
some judicial pronouncements which have gained the negative light as well.
Definitely.
We need to talk about them as well.
No, definitely. It's with us. It's I would say instead of saying one step forward, two steps back, we are now in a situation where we are, three steps forward, maybe half step back. Because the judges, the kind of judges that we have today, are very aware, and their participation in conferences like DAW also makes it even more impugnant on them that the judgments that they are passing are more arbitration friendly. Certainly, it still takes time to go through the judicial system, but that's something that's a systematic issue, will have to take much longer. But for example, the modification of awards. Just yesterday, Justice K.V. Vishwanathan was presiding as a keynote speaker in our session. And his dissent in that modification, that courts cannot modify awards in Section 34 proceedings, it's such a beautiful read, I would say, to anyone interested.
Dissent.
Yeah, and it was a dissent.
Yeah.
So it was great. So that's why I'm saying 3 steps forward, half step back.
But tell me something, what are the most key components of a well-written award?
I think a well-written award is something that is simply understood by the parties who are non-lawyers and the court that is going to go into the legal aspects of the case. You have to write from the perspective that certainly expect your award to be challenged, and therefore if you have found in favor of one of the parties, then your award must be written to protect that party's goals as well, in the sense of it should be an enforceable award. So clear, enforceable, and then technicalities which people forget but which can have a big impact, like signing the award, which is an essential under our act. There are small things, but that small thing of not putting your signature on the award sometimes can have a catastrophic impact. So just basics, common sense approach, I think, is the best way to say it.
Right. If you have to define Delhi arbitration weekend in one word, what that would be?
It's dynamic.
Okay.
It's dynamic. Look at the kind of people. I mean, from honorable judges to law firm partners to students to experts. It's dynamic.
And you have been part since like DAW 1.0.
That's right.
2 3.0. So
Yes.
how would you see the evolution of DAW?
I mean, I think the evolution is so apparent in how much the High Court is participating, or the Supreme Court is participating, and it is so heartening, because you go to see. I was in Singapore Arbitration Week with you a couple of weeks back, and you don't see this kind of an effort and involvement. So I think that's really something that sets us apart. It's a great place to be.
Thank you, Shruti, for giving your time. It was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you, Bhumika.